This is what we did in social studies on September 30th, 2020. We started talking about the United States and what continent it is on. It's located in the continent of North America. And then we went a little deeper and asked ourselves what state we live in and how many states there are in the United States. We watched this video about 50 Nifty, the song, and the students understood that there were 50 states in the United States. Part of those states is the one that we live in, Virginia, and we talked about where Virginia is on the map. It borders North Carolina, West Virginia, and Maryland. And then we said what Virginia looks like. Virginia looks like a triangle. Then we went, I showed this picture, and we went on workbook pages 25 and 27. And I had that up. We first focused on page 25 for the United States, and we colored in where Virginia was on the map. We colored in where Virginia was on the map. They colored it any color. You could color it purple like up here, or you could color it red. And then we talked about a legend. A legend is all these symbols that you see on the map here, and the legend tells us what each symbol represents. So we turn to page 27, and we wrote down and created a legend. So for example, we found out that Richmond, Virginia is the capital of this state, and we made a legend and created a star, and next to it we wrote the state capital. And then we found out where the mountains were. These are the mountains, the Shenandoah Mountains, but we only wrote mountains on our key because Shenandoah is hard to spell. And we wrote triangles on the map on page 27. And then we looked at a river. We looked at a river and we named that river. You could call that the Potomac River, but we called that a river, and then we put that on the map by drawing on the map legend by drawing scribbly lines. The last thing we wrote on the map in Virginia is a dot that represents a city or a town, and we wrote Stafford next to the dot. That's the town that we live in. And then we put the dot on the map legend, and we put key or legend up on top. We drew a box, and that's how we created the map legend. And that's what we talked about in social studies on September 30th, 2020.